What is going on, guys? It is New York Sports Hub here, and I am back at it with another New York Yankees postgame recap. And the New York Yankees lose to the Toronto Blue Jays at TD Ballpark 7-3. And Jameson Taillon wasn't very good. He had a great first start against the Orioles, but in his second start of the season against the Blue Jays, he wasn't very good. Went 3 2/3, gave up 5 runs, all 5 were earned, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Taillon was terrible in this game, and I was very, very disappointed in what we saw from him today. And he had a great first inning. He had a 1-2-3 first. I believe it was, 7 pitches. And then in the second inning, he ran into a lot of trouble. He hit Gurriel Jr. on an 0-2 count. I thought that was bad. You can't do that in the, if you want to be a pitcher in the MLB, you can't hit, a guy with an 0-2 count. You just can't do that, especially a guy who's struggling at the plate. Well, he hits Gurriel Jr. He strikes out Tellez, then he walks Danny Jansen, a guy hitting 105. He walks him, and then gives up a 2-run single to Josh Palacios, and we're down 2-0. He couldn't really put the, he didn't have the put-away pitch in this game, and he gave up the 2-run single up the middle to Palacios. And this all could have been avoided if you can't, but you can't hit Gurriel Jr. with an 0-2 count. You just can't. Now, I get you're trying to paint the corners, and he probably lost control of the ball, but still, you can't do that in the MLB. And he did, and it came back to bite him. The Blue Jays took advantage. They scored 2 runs. We're down 2-0. Knowing this offense, what we've saw from this offense lately, I wasn't very confident that the Yankees were going to come back. But we saw them come back against the Rays a few days ago, on Sunday. So, you never know. Top of the third, but you got Ryu on the mound, so it's going to be tough. Top of the third, Yankees go 1-2-3. Then we go to the bottom of the third, and it just gets worse for Taillon. He gives up a single to Bichette, and then Odor makes an error, and then Bichette goes to second. So now we have a man in scoring position, and then Vlad Jr. singles to left field through the left field side. Now we have runners at the corners with no out. Next up, Randall Grichik, who has killed the Yankees ever since he's joined the Blue Jays. He has absolutely killed the Yankees, and did it again as he had a sac fly to center field, and a run came in to score. We're down 3-0. Then Biggio singles, and then he gets out of it, but after 3 innings, we're down 3-0 with Hyun-Jin Ryu on the mound. This isn't going to be easy to come back from. Top of the 4th inning, the Yankees go 1-2-3. Bottom of the 4th, he gives up a solo home run to Marcus Semien. And it was a 2-strike pitch, a fastball up and in, and Semien crushed it over the left field wall. And we're down 4-0. Then Bichette doubles. And then he throws a wild pitch. And Bo Bichette goes to third base. Next up, Vlad Jr. doubles to center field. It's a 5-0 game. So Taillon could not throw strikes. He did not have a put-away pitch in this game. He could not finish off Blue Jays hitters. He just did not have he didn't have anything tonight. He was bad. And then Lucas Leckie came in, got Grichik to pop out to end the inning. Go to the top of the 5th. Hicks hits a single to left field, but then Odor grounds it to the double play, which has been a recurring story for the Yankees the whole year. They've been grounding into a lot of double plays this year. I think they're tied with the Padres for the most double plays, grounded into this year. That's just really frustrating. Then we go to the bottom of the 5th. Rowdy Tellez hits his first home run of the season to right center field, and it's a 6-0 Blue Jay lead. Then we go to the 6th inning. The Yankees actually put some good at-bats together. Jay Bruce, with 2 outs, Jay Bruce doubles to center field. We have a man in scoring position with 1 out. Can we bring him in? That's the question. Next up, DJ LeMahieu. He walks. Okay. Giancarlo Stanton grounds out to the pitcher. Inning over. That didn't resort to anything. We go to the bottom of the 6th, where they bring in Luis Cessa comes in and does a very good job. Goes 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 7th, and then Sanchez reaches on an error. Next up, Aaron Hicks gets his 2nd hit of the ball game and doubles down the left field line. Sanchez goes to third, and then Rougned Odor picks up the first RBI of the game for the Yankees. He grounds out. Sanchez comes around to score. It's a 6-1 game, but in the 7th inning, knowing how good the Blue Jays bullpen is, it's going to be tough for the Yankees to come back in this one. But we go to the top of the 8th inning, and the Yankees show fight. Clint Frazier singles off the pitcher. It goes into left field. We got a leadoff man on base. Jay Bruce strikes out looking. But then DJ LeMahieu gets his 2nd hit of the game. Another multi-hit game for DJ LeMahieu. He doubles to center field. Frazier goes to third, so now we have 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And if we continue to work good at bats and get hits, we can be right back in this game. Next up, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton has been really struggling to start the year, but Stanton swings on the first pitch, gets aggressive, and rips the ball up the middle. 2 runs coming to score. Just like that, it's a 6-3 ball game. Let's keep this going, Judge flies out, but then Gary Sanchez walks. So you have 2 on with 2 out with Aaron Hicks at the plate, who has 2 hits in this ball game. But what does Gary Sanchez do? He gets picked off of first base. And at that moment, I just said, I said to myself, all you got to do is laugh, because it's just such a stupid way to end the inning, because I'm not trying to, not give Gary Sanchez credit, because he has been a great hitter for the Yankees this year, but defensively he has been atrocious, and he's just awful on the base paths. You can't do that, especially with a hitter who already has 2 hits in this game. You can't get picked off in that situation. You just can't. Now, who knows if it would have resulted to anything? It probably wouldn't have, but still, you never know. And Aaron Hicks actually batted in the top of the 9th and got a single, so he could have gotten a hit. It could have been a 6-4 game, but of course, Sanchez gets picked off, and then on the bottom of the 8th, Bichette, it's a sac fly off of Albert Abreu, makes it 7-3, and then the Yankees get a hit. Hicks hits a single to center field, but then Odor grounds it to the double play. Another double play that the Yankees grounded into, and then Urshela grounds out to short, and that is the ball game. The Yankees lose 7-3 to the Blue Jays. Tyon wasn't very good. Hyun-Jin Ryu was dominant for the Blue Jays, and the Yankees could not hit him. What was Ryu's line? Let me check out Ryu's line for this game. He went 6 2/3, gave up 1 run. The run wasn't earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, and 7 Ks. His ERA is at 1.89. He is a damn good pitcher, and he shut down the Yankees today, plain and simple. The Blue Jays bullpen wasn't great. The Yankees found a way to get to Jordan Romano, who's one of their better relievers. They got a run off Phelps, and they got a hit off of Merriweather. So the Yankees found a way to get to the Blue Jays relievers, but Sanchez getting picked off spoiled the rally, so it really didn't matter. Bad baseball, man. Just really, really, really bad baseball for the Yankees to start the year. They have been very, very inconsistent. They've had many games to start the year that they could have won, but they have played bad baseball, and that's the reason why they have lost. You look at opening day. They had so many opportunities to win. They didn't capitalize. Of course they did. Game 3, the offense was pitiful. The Orioles series, we should have swept them. That final game, we should have won. They made a ton of bad decisions in that game. Series against the Rays. Game 2, the offense was flat. We didn't score any runs in that game. Game 1, we got smacked around. And then Game 3, we didn't play great in that game, but we had a big 10th inning, and we won the game 8-4. But we still had we probably should have won that game before extra innings even happened, because we had so many opportunities before extra innings. It probably should have been over before the 10th inning even started, but, they just don't hit with men on base, The offense was not very good. The pitching also was not very good. The bullpen wasn't that bad. Leckie pitched in this game. Went an inning and a third, gave up 1 run. That was the home run to Rowdy Tellez. Gave up 1 run, 1 hit, and had 3 Ks. So I thought Leckie did a pretty good job in this game, even though his ERA is over 7. It's a very small sample size. I think Leckie's done a pretty good job for this team. He's a very good reliever. Then Sessa came in. As much as I don't like Sessa, he came in, did a really good job. Went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. Good job for Sessa. And then Abreu came in and gave up the sac fly to Bichette, but only held the Jays to 1 run. So not a bad job from Abreu. But overall, the team didn't play well. They played really bad baseball. They played bad defensively too. They made an error in this game as well, and they hit into way too many double plays. They just didn't play well tonight. Plain and simple. They did not play well, and the Blue Jays did. And that they won the ball game pretty single-handedly. So Yankees lose 7-3 to the Blue Jays, drop to 5-6 on the season. We're now tied with the Blue Jays, Orioles, and the Rays for second place in the East. The Red Sox are in first at 7-3. They've won 7 straight ball games. I'm surprised. I thought the Red Sox were going to be better. I didn't think they'd be this good. Well, I know it's early in the year, but the Red Sox are off to a really good start. So if we want to catch the Red Sox, right now, we got to start winning. We got to win more ball games, especially against good teams like the Toronto Blue Jays. We got to find a way to win more ball games, and we have a chance to win the series on the road tomorrow afternoon as Corey Kluber gets his 2nd start of the season against the Blue Jays and his 3rd start of the season tomorrow against Ross Stripling for the Blue Jays. This was the matchup in when the Yankees got their first win of the year. This was the matchup between the Yankees and Blue Jays, and when the Yankees got their first win, this was the matchup that was for that game. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow. I don't really know what to expect out of Corey Kluber. He was really bad in his last start against the Rays. This pitching staff isn't looking great. Now, I had a lot of confidence with this rotation coming into the year, but they have been very disappointing. Tyon was very disappointing. Maybe J-Mo's just isn't as good as I thought he was. He has really good stuff, but, he didn't pitch well tonight. And, the one game he did pitch well, it was against Baltimore. They're terrible. It's pretty easy to pitch well against Baltimore because they're awful. So, I mean, it's only one bad start. I'm not going to, rant on Tyon because he had one bad outing, but let's hope he bounces back at his next outing. It's probably going to be against either the Rays or the Braves. The team we play after the Rays, I believe, is the Braves, so let's hope Tyon bounces back in his next start, and let's hope Corey Kluber can pitch well tomorrow, and the Yankees can find a way to win the series in Dunedin against the Toronto Blue Jays. It's weird. It's weird how it's a day game tomorrow. It's weird seeing a day game on a Wednesday. That's very, very awkward. I won't be able to watch the game tomorrow because I'll actually be in school tomorrow, so I won't be able to watch the game. But I'll try to keep myself updated throughout the game, and do my best to recap the game as best as I can for tomorrow. So that is going to do it for this video. If you did not enjoy the game, drop a like. If you were very disappointed with Jameson Taillon tonight, drop a like, and also subscribe to the channel for Yankees, Giants, and Knicks content if you are a fan of those teams. Subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of my videos. So Yankees lose 7-3 to the Blue Jays, and they look to win the series tomorrow with Corey Kluber on the mound against Ross Stripling. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow after the game. Peace. Go Yankees.